Hey everyone, it's Melody from Cosmetically Challenged. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a video to talk to you about Hair Cuttery. Yes, the hair salon called Hair Cuttery. No, you are not on somebody else's channel. This is my channel, but I want to talk to you about Hair Cuttery because that's actually where I've been going to get my hair cut for the past month. I started going to Hair Cuttery before I big chopped, and that was just to kind of just trim my ends as I was transitioning. But I started to go to Hair Cuttery for the past month because that's where I actually went to get my tapered haircut. So when I first decided on getting a tapered haircut, it was from a picture that I found on Pinterest. Showed it to my husband. He says go for it. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to Hair Cuttery and get it done. And he was like, are you sure? So I was like, So I called around to a couple of different hair salons, and I really wanted to get it done that day, but nobody could take me. So I decided to just take my chances and go to Hair Cuttery. My husband told me to go to one particular one that was on my way to work, but I was like, no, I'll just go to the one that's like right up the street here, you know, the one I went to before. Big mistake. So I go there and I take the picture with me, and when I check in, the lady asks me what I want done, and I tell her that I want a haircut, and I proceed to show her the picture. And she looks at the picture and she kind of hesitates a little bit, and I was like, can you do this? And she was like, oh yeah, we can do this. I was like, do you have people here who can cut natural hair? Everybody's here is trained to cut every type of hair. That was the first red flag. And so I was like, well, okay, you know, no big deal. So anyways, I sit down and I wait, and a stylist comes up, and it was my turn, and she asked me what I'm having done, and I showed her the picture, and she hesitates. And she was like, well, I don't know if I can get your hair straight enough to do this style. Now this is where I'm kind of confused because I'm showing her a curly tapered haircut. And so I asked her, I said, why would you need to get my hair straight to do the style? And she goes, well, I like to cut on straight hair, you know, so it's easier for me to do it. And I was like, yeah, okay. Second red flag, and actually I should have just left the salon right then. But, you know, I really wanted the cut, so I let her do it, and it was an absolute horror, and it was an absolute mess, and she had no idea what she was doing. And you know, she cut my hair, and to give her credit, she got close. Now she got close, but she didn't fully execute the entire style. And so Hair Cuttery has this policy where it's called like a smile back guarantee, so where if you don't like your hair, they'll do everything in their power to fix it until you're looking in the mirror and you're smiling back. Well, I was just so fed up with dealing with this lady and her not telling me the truth about how she really didn't know how to, you know, she should have just said, I don't know how to do your hair texture, and just let me go or let somebody else do it. So I didn't take advantage of the smile back guarantee. What I actually did was I put my hat back on. I went to work, and when I got off work, I went to the first Hair Cuttery that my husband told me that I should have gone to. So when I went in there, I was greeted by a stylist named Whitney, and I explained to her the issue, and I told her that I just been to another Hair Cuttery, had a horrible experience, the girl didn't know how to do my hair, and I needed somebody here who can cut African American hair in this style. And I showed her the picture of the style again. Whitney assured me that she would take care of me, she would get my hair done, so I was like, okay. And I mean, Whitney was African American, so that's why I felt a little bit more, you know, comfortable with her. And the other lady who butchered my hair before she was Caucasian. Not that that should have anything to do with it, but I was assuming that Whitney would have more experience with doing naturally curly hair. So anyway, so I sit down in the chair, you know, Whitney looks at the picture again, and then she looks at the hair cut that the lady has given me, and she was like, girl, what did she do? And exactly, so Whitney proceeded to hook me up. And as you can see from these pictures, I was rocking a cute cropped taper cut, and I absolutely loved it. And I've been going to Whitney since then to keep my hair up. And so this past week I came across a picture on Pinterest of a beautiful African American woman with a box haircut that was platinum blonde. Now, while I have been talking all about going blonde. Like, I want to go blonde, but do I want to go platinum blonde? Do I want to go Nene Leakes blonde? Do I want to go Amber Rose blonde? Like, what kind of blonde do I want to go? Do I want to like Sierra with highlight blonde? I don't know. Like, so I just want to go blonde. So anyways, so I showed the picture to Whitney. Whitney got hype, and we decided that, you know, she came up with all these different types of ideas, like what she could do with my hair, you know. And so while I was still on the fence about like the cut, you know, I decided to, you know, hey, let's go for it. And this is what we came up with. or what she came up with and not what I agreed to. And so I'm just going to turn around so you guys can see like the haircut. And as you can see, it's really cut really short on the sides. We left everything at the top, and as I turn around, you'll see that it tapers off like into like a mohawk type cut. And so I absolutely love it. I think it's like the best haircut ever. It's so edgy, it's so different, it's so, I mean, it's so me. Like, it's absolutely me. When I came home, my husband, he fell in love with it, and so we actually did take the top and we dyed the top part blonde, but because of the other color that I had on my hair, which was like a reddish purple color, like it was taking a long time for the blonde color to process. And so since we didn't want to over process my hair, we decided to just leave it at this. And then I'm going to go back and we're going to go lighter, and we're actually going to do the sides too. But this is my haircut and I absolutely love it. So another thing about Hair Cuttery is, like, if you don't like going to salons and like waiting a long time, you can make an appointment at Hair Cuttery. Everything is super duper affordable. Like, for me to get my hair cut, it cost me $17 plus a tip. $17. Like, you're not going to pay that going into a salon and sitting and waiting hours for somebody to wash and cut your hair. Like, it's $17 for a wash and a cut. I cannot beat that price. My wallet can't beat that price. It's like the absolute best. And then, so what I'm doing to style my hair, since it's in the style, what I'm doing to style my hair is actually I'm only using two things: water and the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothing. That's absolutely it. What I do is I just take, you know, wash my hair or wet my hair in the shower, and then when I get out, I just put the the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothing on there. Probably hit it with a diffuser just in case it's really cold outside and I don't want to walk outside with a wet head, and that's it. Like, that's my hairstyle. I cannot beat that hairstyle. And I just basically go in with this. I think I'm going to go in every 2 weeks just to get it, you know, maintained until I decide I want to do something different. But I mean, that's my experience with Hair Cuttery. I had a horrible experience at one, but then I'm absolutely loyal to this other one. If you guys are looking for a place to just kind of go maybe get your edges trimmed, your edges trimmed. You don't want to get your edges trimmed. Maybe get your ends trimmed, maybe get your hair shaped up, just something like that. I would suggest maybe looking into a Hair Cuttery. Go in there, talk to the different stylists, see if you can find somebody that can really do your texture hair. Like, don't be like me and give people the benefit of the doubt. That's something you should never do with your hair. And I don't know why I was tripping that day, but I was. And really take advantage of it because the prices are great. Even one of my cousins who wears her natural hair straight, she goes in there and gets her trims because she said the stylist there actually knows what a trim is. And you know how some stylists, you say I want a trim and they actually cut your hair. She says they actually know what a trim is. So definitely check them out. I'm going to post some more pictures, you know, at the end. And if you guys have any questions at all, please ask them in the comments. Rate, subscribe, tell your friends about my channels, do all that stuff. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.